Hey guys, just a preface while this is going on in the background. I'm going to do a boss kill right here, and then a Harbinger kill, and then go into the build. I'll put a timestamp down below if you just want to skip to the build. After the build, I'm going to do an Orobyss kill. This is all happening around 300 corruption, just below, just for reference. So, have fun watching.
Behold, the dawn of the black sun.
Hey guys, just wanted to add a little something here. I saw that Dread put out a very similar video to this, where he was also running Mana Strike, Frostclaw, Lightning Blast, but he was running like a cold version and running Ice Barrage. I just wanted to say, like, his build is awesome. You should definitely check it out. I've been working on my build. I think I started in 1.1.2. I have some footage here that I can show, like with that watermark in the top left of 1.1.3. I've been working on it for a while. I just never got to making a video about it because I don't really make videos. Yeah, go check out his video. I'll also watch this one.
Do you think my defeat changes anything? This world is a dead god for a dead world. Pathetic.
Alrighty, we actually got a good roll this time. Okay, so that was a pretty quick kill. I feel like that was not bad. I recorded this video just now and I was watching it over. I realized I was kind of long-winded and I needed to make some changes. So I made those changes and I want to be a little more succinct this time. So getting into the build, just for a high level, we're using Mana Strike to apply spark charges, to amp our damage over here, and then apply Frostclaw, which has a 30% chance to cast on melee hit, turns into lightning ability, and casts 3 times with these 3 nodes in the bottom left. Then we're using Dragorath's Claw over here to give ourselves 47%, so basically a 50% chance on Frostclaw to apply Lightning Blast. Our Lightning Blast is also applying Spark Charges, 30% chance, doing more damage with those Spark Charges, as well as detonating them, giving us Lightning Aegis and a little bit of Ward. Then we have Enchant Weapon to give us more damage, a little bit more melee damage, but mostly just melee attack speed, and is permanently, or not permanently on. It has a little bit of downtime, but that's not too important. And finally, we have Surge, our movement ability. It casts Lightning Blast 3 times and applies Spark Charges. And we've augmented it to have a little bit of travel distance. So that's the ability, or that's the build on a high level. You guys saw it working in action. I've seen hits up to 50k at a time, so it does pretty good damage. We're running a crit build. Let me go over the itemization real quick. Actually, let me go over the passives first. So, passives of note. We are maxing out our crit strike chance, as you guys saw, through this node right here, which is crit chance per 15 intelligence, as well as the Sork node spell crit strike chance per intelligence. So our spell crit chance per intelligence, if you look at offenses, is 94%. So we're pretty much capped on crit strike chance, and then we have a little bit, obviously, for our melees, but that's not too important. The entire build is here to apply spark charges, more from the melee attacks, which are our mana strike and our surge, but the +2 lightning damage for spark charge per intelligence. We have 131 intelligence, if you can see over here, 131 intelligence. That gives us 262 additional base damage for our spark charges, as well as a 12% chance to apply spark charge on hits. Our Frost Claw, where is it? Frost Claw is augmented so that projectiles can hit the same target over and over with triple casting it, as well as casting lightning blast. We're doing a lot of different hits and applying a lot of different spark charges, right? A lot of spark charges, a lot of hits. We're doing a ton of damage. Spell crit multi, which is huge because spark charge is a spell. Crit multi on our amulet because we're pretty much maxed on crit. So we just need to max out the crit multi for damage. You just saw I got the crit multi blessing. I'm running these 2 Quicksilver coil rings, which are pretty bad under most circumstances, but they give me 7% increased attack speed. They're not max roll, they're mid roll, both of them, but they're both 3 LP. And as you can see, I put on intelligence, and then I'm filling out my resists on this one, and this one's intelligence, but nothing else is really useful. Stun avoidance is okay, but I don't have any dot. But the attack speed is huge because it makes us apply more spark charges. I'm running the Swaddling of the Erase because I managed to get tier 7 intelligence on it, so that's pretty good. I also needed some base armor, and even though if you can see over here on defenses, I'm crit avoidance capped already. I just needed a base armor, and this already had that. Okay, with the tier 7 intelligence, this is pretty much all I need. The armor shred on hit's pretty nice because I'm doing a bunch of hits. These boots are pretty nice. The effect haste is pretty useful because I'm pretty much maximizing my haste with these rings, right? I'm pretty much always hasting if I'm attacking. Vitality is useful because my health is already pretty low, and it gives me the resist I need in terms of poison and necrotic. I'm actually way overcapped, but this has tier 6 intelligence on it, so I'm not complaining. This, compared to the boots, is way worse. I don't need mana regen. I need more elemental resist. As you can see, I need more fire res. I'm not capped, and my void res isn't capped either, so it's a pretty low roll, but it's tier 7 intelligence. So because my entire build scales with intelligence in 3 different ways, I need that intelligence. Intelligence on my body armor, crit strike avoidance, I want to be gapped, increased armor. I need more flat armor in different places, but that's still pretty good. This helmet also could be improved. The intelligence is pretty good, but as you can see, vitality, what the heck's going on? Resistances that I much need because I'm using my blessing to get crit multi, and as you saw here, we're finishing that out. Idols, kind of generic stuff. Ward on melee hit, lightning spell damage, health, lightning spell damage, ward on melee hit, armor, all the normal stuff. Blessings, we just got the crit multi upgrade, which is huge. Poison res, which, I think I'm going to change this one out to all res because just finish out the rest of my resistances. Now that I've made up by poison res in other ways, I don't really need this. Flat armor from the fire mono, don't remember what it's called, and then from the cold mono, percent armor, and then lightning damage from Lagon. The only reason I'm doing lightning damage instead of lightning shred is because I missed on lightning shred, but this is a pretty good roll of lightning damage, so take that as what you will. As you can see, my armor kind of low. With max stacks of arcane shield, we bump up to like 2.2k. It could be better. It needs to be better. I'll work on that. Ward retention, we have a ton because we're stacking a bunch of intelligence. I guess I'll go through some of the passives now that aren't that. We're doing lightning damage and a little bit of lightning pen for whenever I lose my shields, but otherwise that's that. And then spell damage because spark charge is a spell. Ward retention is always nice, but it's really here for the spell damage. Less damage taken from shocked because I'm shocking everything. So many hits, even if my shock chance, let's see what my shock chance is. Other ignite, frostbite, chill, slow, shock, 84%. So I'm pretty much, with the amount of hits I'm doing, I'm getting to like 50 to 100 shock pretty easily. So 8% taken damage 8% less damage taken from all enemies. Sorcerer, we already went over the intelligence to spell crit. That's huge. Rune Master, we did that. Generic elemental resistance and increased elemental damage, pretty good. Word retention, intelligence, again, whenever we see intelligence, we take it. Arcane Shield, because this is one of our primary layers of defense. Turning that into bonus armor per Arcane Shield and reducing the effect. In the long run, this will pay out because more armor will reduce more damage. Frostclaw Chance, this is plus 20% on melee hit. Because both of the abilities we're using, Surge and Mana Strike, are melee hits, this applies on both. Also, we have the 30% from Frostclaw itself, so that's 50% total. Melee attack speed and ward gen, which is huge because attack speed is our source of damage. Melee lightning damage, not too important, but Spark Charge chance with lightning melee attacks, remember we have 2, that's huge. More Spark Charges is more damage for us. Increased attack speed, which is big. Dexterity doesn't matter that much to us. Right, I have 10 dexterity. It's not huge. That's why I didn't end up taking this increased crit strike chance per dexterity, because I'm pretty much crit capped without going into this. Dexterity only offers dodge chance, which I'm not super spec'd into. Lightning melee damage, I took this because of the parry chance. I was actually more invested in this, and I've come out. I think I'm going to drop this entirely for the spell damage increase, because spell damage is applying to my spark charges. The problem is I'm already just beefing that to all hell with this +2 lightning damage for spark charge, so I don't know how the stacking works. I need to look into that, so I might swap over this point into spell damage. I'm also sub level 90, so I'm going to get like 5 to 7 more points as this build goes on, so I'll probably fill this out. Intelligence and ward per second is pretty big, and then ward per 15 intelligence. So we're generating ward based off of our intelligence, and we're generating crit based off of our intelligence, and we're generating lightning damage based off of our intelligence. So I didn't explain this properly in the original recording, but because we use intelligence in 3 different ways, for crit strike chance, for ward, and for base damage on our spark charges, intelligence is key, which is why I have some subpar gear with like affixes that I'm not using. So the build isn't finished. I'm still going to be working on it. It's cruising right now in 300 corruption, but there's a long way it can go. Okay, now that I've talked about it a little bit, I'm at like 300 corruption right now. It's pretty easy. Let me just do an Orobyss really quickly, see where that goes. We're at +4. Do I have a... Let's see. Where's that thing? I want the needle. Honestly, at this point where I'm at, I might as well swap that poison res over.
Traveler.
Let's swap the poison res. Poison res to all res. Right? What else is there? Necrotic res. Yeah, all res. And that caps our resistances. Nice. Using 4. I was wondering why that wasn't going off. It's supposed to be on. Why is he doing that in the corner, man? Come on out, please. The problem with being melee, honestly, it's like I do a ton of damage to him right now, but if he's in that corner, yeah, if he starts doing that, I'm not about to tank that, you know?
I cannot.
Yeah, he evaporated. Why can't I see this? Okay, I just want to show a little bit of mono clear. This is the build from 1.1.3. Alright, if y'all have cool build alternatives or like no dude dig differently, leave a comment below. Otherwise, peace.
I cannot do that.